Dance is one of the first things people notice about us. Before we speak, before we explain where we're from, before we even introduce ourselves, the rhythm gives us away. The way we move, the way our bodies respond to a beat without hesitation, the way music seems to find us even when we're not looking for it, this is all part of our cultural identity. For Africans, for people across the diaspora, dance isn't just something we do for fun, it's something we are. It's a language, a memory, a form of storytelling that existed long before social media, long before concerts, long before Afrobeats became a global force. When you look at any African gathering, whether it's a party in Toronto, a wedding in Lagos, a family barbecue in Accra, or a night out in the Caribbean, you'll notice one thing: nobody waits for permission to dance. The music starts and something switches inside us. Even people who claim they can't dance still find themselves moving. The shoulders start rolling, the waist loosens up, the feet start tapping. It's almost instinctive, like breathing. We don't think, we just move. And that's because, for us, dance is our first language. Across generations, dance has been a bonding tool for our communities. It's how elders joke with kids, how aunties celebrate good news, how friends hype each other up, how the entire community expresses joy, sadness, resilience, and connection. Back home, dance was a part of every ceremony: birthdays, funerals, graduations, weddings, naming ceremonies. You couldn't separate music from movement because they belonged to each other. Even people who didn't speak the same language could understand each other through dance. The rhythm made everything make sense. When Afrobeats started spreading across the world, the dance culture spread with it. Every hit song came with its own movement. Every artist had a rhythm attached to their sound. And because dance was already part of our cultural DNA, it was the easiest thing for us to export. It's no surprise that when Afrobeats started blowing up in Toronto, dance became the heartbeat of the entire scene. You couldn't go to a party without seeing circles form, people cheering each other on, waistlines doing damage, guys breaking out footwork, girls moving like the music was built just for them. This wasn't choreographed or forced, it was natural. It was cultural memory in motion. One of the reasons Afrobeats became so popular in the diaspora is because people from outside our culture saw how freely we express ourselves through movement. They loved the energy, the confidence, the joy that came with the music. It didn't matter if you were African, Caribbean, Latin, or Canadian, everyone felt invited into the moment. Dance made the culture accessible. You didn't need to understand the lyrics or know the history, you just had to feel the rhythm. Walk into any Afrobeats event in Toronto and you'll notice the same thing. The dance floor is always packed. It doesn't matter if it's a club downtown, a lounge in Scarborough, a campus event, a brunch, or a boat cruise. The music hits and the vibe shifts instantly. Toronto's multicultural energy blends perfectly with Afrobeats because the city understands rhythm. Caribbeans bring their shoulder work and waistlines, East Africans add their own flavor, West Africans bring the foundation, and Canadians jump in with enthusiasm. Everybody contributes to the movement and everybody belongs. That's why dance challenges blow up so quickly in our community. One person sees a move they like, they try it, post it, and suddenly thousands of people are doing the same thing. It's a chain reaction because dance is contagious. And Afrobeats, by its very nature, is built to make people move. The drums, the melodies, the bounce, it all pulls the body in before the mind even catches up. It's no accident that the genre exploded globally at the same time the dance culture around it became impossible to ignore. Even the artists know how important dance is. Look at performers like Asake, Burna Boy, Aristar, Rima, Olamide, Thames, and Wizkid. They all incorporate movement into their shows. They know the fans are coming not just to listen, but to feel the music. They want an experience. And when Toronto gets these artists on stage, the performances feel bigger because the audience already speaks the language of dance. The crowd moves together like one giant body. From the front row to the back, everyone is locked into the same rhythm. If you've ever experienced that moment, you know it's powerful. There's something spiritual about it. In the diaspora, dance has also become a way for us to stay connected to home. Even when we're thousands of kilometers away, the moment that beat drops, we remember who we are. We remember our parents, our cousins, our neighborhoods back home. We remember the celebrations, the jokes, the stories, the warmth, the community. Dance becomes a bridge between here and there, between the new world and the old one. And Toronto has become one of the best places in the world to experience that connection. African and Caribbean communities share this bond deeply. Both cultures express emotion through movement. Both cultures use dance as a way to communicate history. That's why Afrobeats blends so seamlessly into the Caribbean party scene in Toronto. People don't care where the rhythm originally came from. They just feel the energy. They understand it immediately. Dance becomes common ground. And in this generation where everything is fast-paced and digital, dance gives people a way to unplug and be present. For a few minutes, nothing else matters. Not school, not work, not stress, not life problems. Just the beat and the movement. That's why Afrobeats events stay packed. That's why people dance until the lights come on. That's why the culture keeps growing. Dance brings joy, and joy is something everyone is looking for. But what makes our dance culture even more beautiful is how inclusive it is. There's no pressure to be perfect. Nobody cares if you don't know the latest moves. Nobody cares if you miss a step. It's all about the vibe. The best dancers aren't always the ones with the sharpest technique. They're the ones having the most fun, the ones smiling, hyping others up, encouraging people to join in. That's the energy that keeps Afrobeats alive. Even in moments of struggle, we dance. When life gets difficult, when the world feels heavy, our people have always found a way to express resilience through rhythm. Dance becomes a reminder that joy still exists, that community still surrounds us, that movement can heal. And that's why dance will always be our first language, because it speaks truth even when words can't. As Afrobeats continues to grow globally, dance will keep carrying the culture forward. It will keep spreading joy, unity, and identity wherever the music goes. Whether it's in Toronto, London, Lagos, New York, or Johannesburg, the rhythm remains the same. And as long as we keep dancing, we keep the culture alive. If you're listening to this right now, just know you don't need to be a professional dancer to be part of this story. You just have to move. You just have to feel the beat. Our dance is who we are, and it's something the world will continue to learn from us. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into our culture, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. More stories, more culture, more vibes coming your way.